Well, before we get into today's project, I'd like to take a minute and thank all the new subscribers that we've been picking up, and also my friend Anton Morgan at Lightning Quick Glides for putting a shout out to him to link to my YouTube page. I appreciate it. And don't forget, if you like it, hit the like button. It makes a big difference. YouTube seems to keep track of everything on the analytics, and that would help a lot. Well, today's project, we're going to put the transmission back in. I'm waiting on a friend of mine, Dan, to come over here. He's on his way over now, and he's going to give me a hand with it. In the meantime, I'm going to try to find a spot to set up the camera and see if we can film some of this.
Or at least close enough. Yep, you should be there.
All right, hold on. Let me start a bolt. See if it goes. Well, we got the bell housing hooked up, and I'm trying to get the torque converter lined up right now. I don't know if you can be able to see this. I got the end play here, so I got some shims that's got to go underneath there to keep it between the 1/8 of an inch and 3/32. So let me get the bolts here in the back, get them started, and I'll get Dan to help me spin the motor over, and we get the bolts in.
You ready?
Yeah. This.
Did you want the washer?
Yeah.
There you go.
The bolt. Oh, the washer.
Watch head. Yep.
You wouldn't be the first.
1/4 inch of the pipe.
Just miss is a miss.
Yes.
Is the wrench out there?
Yep. 5/8.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, got the transmission back in, the torque converters back in, and today I hooked up the shifter cable. So the next thing I think I'm going to do is the drive shaft and put it back in. Then I got the transmission lines and the starter. I'll be able to take it off the jack stands. Let me get back to work and see if I can get this drive shaft in. Well, I'm getting ready to put the drive shaft in. One of the things I did when I built the car, the yoke you see right here, when I originally got it, was 6 inches long. I went and had 2 inches of it cut off because of a transmission I'm running is what they call a dragster style transmission. It don't have a tail housing. It just has that roller bearing you see right there. and the splines only go into the transmission about 1 3/4 inches. So when it was 6 inches long, the U-joint stuck way off the back and it had a lot of play in it. Obviously, the longer it is, the more play it would have. So by shortening it, it took a lot of the play out of the splines and the roller bearing and got the yoke closer to the transmission. So what I did, when I measured the drive shaft though, I measured it actually a little bit too long. So now what I have to do to put it back in is put the splines, put this in the transmission all the way forward, and I have to take off one of the caps and cock the U-joint to get it in the yoke in the back. Then I can put the cap back on and then slide the drive shaft back about maybe 1/8 of an inch or 3/16 of an inch and bolt it all up. I was trying to keep as much splines up here in the transmission as I can to, make it as strong as possible since I don't run a tail housing. If anybody is new to watching or new to my videos, if you go to my homepage on YouTube and click on videos, there's a whole bunch of videos going back over a year from me building the frame, laying everything out, and putting the mounts on and everything. And it has a lot more details about the whole process. Well, let me see if I can get it back in there and get back to work. Well, I've been busy. Got the drive shaft in. I got the transmission lines in, hooked up. And the only thing I got left to put back on the car right now, other than the fuel pump, which I'm still waiting on Enderly, is the starter. You can see right here, if anybody's interested, I'm running a CVR Pro Torque Maximum starter. It's got a 4-to-1 gear ratio in it. They say the motor's rated at 3 horsepower, but the thing that really is nice about it is this mounting plate you see right here. It's got 2 bolts, one here and one here, and you can rotate the flange to rotate the starter in any position you want. And that really come out helpful for me, because I don't know if you can see down in here, but the kick out on the oil pan, between the frame rails and the kick out on the oil pan, I don't have a lot of room. So I was able to keep indexing it until I found a spot where it cleared everything. It's a little tricky getting it in there, but it works really good. I was surprised. I'm running 11-to-1 compression with 12 pounds of boost, and it cranks that motor over like the plugs were out of it. So, well, let me get back to work, see if I can get the starter in here, and then we'll be able to take it down off the jack stands. Well, as you can see, maybe see in there, let me see if I hold it here. The starter is back in. You see what I'm talking about, how it just fits. It just misses the frame rail and misses the kick out on the oil pan. But it fits. I got it back down on the ground. Everything underneath the car done. The only thing I'm waiting on now is the fuel pump from Enderly. I called them again yesterday. They didn't answer. Left a message. They didn't call me back. So it's not looking good. I don't know what I'm going to do about that situation. But this coming week, I want to talk to two upholstery shops about doing the carpeting on the floor and the firewall and the door panels underneath the dashboard. It's got to get reupholstered. And also, I'd like to put the roof back on it. That needs to get reupholstered. So I'm going to be talking to some people about that this coming week. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.